You hatch into a world built by giants. Warm floodplains stretch out around you. It would almost feel peaceful if you were not currently the size of a very nervous snack. And before you can even figure out how legs work, the nest is already attracting attention. That is your first lesson. Nothing waits for you to be ready. You and your siblings stumble through broken shell while shadows move in the brush. Anything small enough to notice an easy meal might take the chance. So the first days of your life are not about power. They are about staying low, staying close, and not wandering somewhere stupid. You live off scraps at first. Little bites of meat, insects, anything soft enough to swallow and easy enough to steal before something bigger notices. You hide in cover. You freeze when the ground shakes. You learn fast that the safest place is not the best place. It is just the place where you have not died yet. And for a while, that is enough. Then you start growing, and suddenly life gets weird. You are no longer tiny enough to disappear into every patch of brush. This is the awkward phase. Too large to be helpless, too weak to be respected. But there is one advantage. Younger Tyrannosaurs are built lighter than the monsters they will become. And that means you can move. You are faster, leaner, and better suited to chasing smaller prey than the tank you will eventually turn into. So you hunt what you can catch, small dinosaurs. Still, the world is full of problems with horns, clubs, beaks, and tempers. Even herbivores can ruin your life if you push too hard. One bad charge, one wrong kick, one moment of greed, and your career ends before it starts. So you learn a second lesson. Pick fights you can finish. Years pass, and the shape of your future starts showing. Your skull broadens, your bite gets nastier, your legs stop looking awkward and start looking dangerous. But now, when you step into the open, all the animals react. Your sense of smell is one of your best weapons now. You can track blood, find carrion, and follow opportunity long before you can see it. Sometimes you arrive after something else did the hard work. This is when the confidence starts. You start testing bigger prey. You rush young hadrosaurs. You harass stragglers. You snap, back off, circle, and wait for weakness. And every successful kill feeds the same transformation. Heavier body, thicker muscles, stronger neck, stronger jaws. Now you are what the whole world was afraid you would become. You are enormous. Your skull is a weapon by itself. Your teeth are built to slice into flesh. And once you get hold of prey, you tear off chunks and swallow them. At this size, you do not need speed the way you used to. Presence does a lot of the work for you. You move through your territory like it belongs to you, because it does. Even the biggest herbivores become a calculation instead of an impossibility. The power fantasy becomes real. And then comes mating season. Now strength is not just about feeding. It is about holding territory. Sometimes the other male gets the message. Sometimes he needs help understanding. Eventually, you win enough. You claim the ground. You find a mate. Somewhere nearby, a new clutch of eggs begins the exact same brutal cycle that made you. But the top of the food chain is not a place you keep forever. At first, age feels small. Hunts take a little longer. Recovery takes a little longer. You still dominate most confrontations, but the effort shows now. What used to feel automatic starts costing you something. Then the younger challengers start showing up. They are faster, fresher, and hungry in the same way you once were. Eventually, one of the younger giants refuses to back down. The clash is ugly, loud, and exhausting. You give ground, and with that, the world starts shrinking around you. Less territory, harder meals, longer rests. One day, in the fading light over the floodplain, you stop moving like the king of anything. You stand still, breathe, and watch a world that is already making room for whatever comes next. And like every tyrant before you, you eventually become part of the ground you once ruled.